Hi loves, welcome back. So the continuation of the first video from July faves, I now review every single band album that's ever came out in June 2021 in this band agenda bonanza. I also had a long ass voiceover for this type, although for like the first few albums it's not that long, but like it's still kind of long, so I try my best to keep it short in each section. And if you guys want to listen to what I thought in full, I probably will try and see if I can upload a sort of like podcast situation on SoundCloud sometime soon, but if not, I'll just post it on YouTube when I'm free, kinda. So if you guys want to hear my full thoughts, please let me know in the comments. I really want to see if you guys want to hear like a podcast situation from me. So yeah, bands, man, they're just superior. So let's get right into it. This album is just pleasant to listen to. I kind of just fell asleep while listening to this. It's not my personal favorite of this list for some reason because it's so drony and boring for me, but I really like the alternative rock energy in this album, especially like, you know, in songs where it's just so serene. It's very like serene. I figured that if any of you guys like serene alternative rock music, this might be your album, even though it's not for me. I still really appreciate how they make like rock music so like ethereal and so atmospheric, and yeah, especially like on songs like River and Whale. These two are actually my favorite songs by them in this album. And those are the only songs on the album that actually had like punch for me. I kind of think that this album kind of lacked that punch for me, but still I think this album is nice and pleasant. If you guys want to listen to more like atmospheric rock music without all the grittiness, I think this album's for you. This album is also not for me because this is a rock ballad album, and like if an album is like wall to wall like ballads, I also find that boring. But honestly though, even if it wasn't for me, I still think that some of you guys out there might like it. Especially like, I think my favorite song on the album is Miss You, which I still think it sounds like a K-drama OST of sorts, which I actually think that it has like some kind of punch, but it's really like wholesome punch, you know what I mean? All the rest of the songs on the album are kind of not my style. They're really drony and really like it makes me want to sleep for some reason. Like, I don't know why, but yeah, no hard feelings though. I think this album, even though it's not for me though, I still think that if you guys really appreciate like rock ballads, or like if you guys want an album to feel comfortable in and just want to relax with, then I say do give one a fair shake. I don't know if this is on Spotify or YouTube Music though, because it took me a long time for me to find this album though, and I don't know why. So my request, make this album more search engine friendly, because this shit ain't easy to find, man. Bulgogi Disco has to be like the funniest name I've heard this year. I found them this year, I think, and their rock music may vary from track to track, but I think since they're singles from this year, but from this album though, I say that they had like a diverse style of rock music though. They had metal songs, they had more of a funk situation, and they also had like grunge rock in there, which I really like the diversity of it, even though like I'm not so sure if all the diversity really lands itself well in the end. But I still think that this album is nice. I really enjoy the album though. It's really fun. I had a good time with this, you know. It's really like reminds me of like 90s rock styles with a 80s new wave band album, you know what I mean, just mashed together in this single album. And I say that, you know, if you guys want a little bit of diversity in your K-bands, then might I recommend Bulgogi Disco, because if you guys are like, I want something, you know, fresh from K-bands, go give this one a fair shake and let me know what you think. I went on an entire tirade about the historical like elements in this album. I think this album is really unique actually, and I really like this album though. It has like lots of like night market energy for all it is a, you know, traditional folk album slash alternative rock album slash jazz album slash pansori album, I think. I don't know, it's just a blend of everything, but I say that this album provides like ultimate night market energy, because I've experienced this before. I went through a night market in like another country before, and when I got off the night market, I saw a band playing, and yeah, in the like evening hours, and yeah, it reminds me of that. So yeah, it definitely brought me back to those good old days, But also lots of historical elements in this, like the historical like Korean instruments that they use, integrated with like alternative rock music as well as like jazz rock music, as well as like some Korean like elements in there, like the Kangkang Sule in the album cover, as well as the actual song Kangkang Sule, as well as in Boat Song where they keep saying Ogi Ocha and repeating that chant like some kind of like sea shanty of sorts, something similar to like a sea shanty, or but in Korean, I think. So lots of really interesting elements in there. I think if you guys want something unique in rock music, I think go give this one a fair shake as well, because I like this band a lot. I think it's the best discovery I've made this year. And honestly though, you're doing yourself a huge favor in getting to know this band, because you'll learn so much from them, I swear. This album is definitely more of like an acoustic album of sorts, I would say, like acoustic slash slow rock album, I say. This one is more of like laid back and chill and just makes you feel like relaxing and stuff like that. I listen to this album while at work and it makes me feel like relaxed and chilled, and I really like the energy this album provides. It's very acoustic-y. This album sounds like a spring album, I think, but this album I think came out way after spring, so it didn't quite make it into my spring albums video, or I didn't listen to this album when it came out and it was released during spring. So yeah, it's on me, I guess, if it happens, but I still like this album. It's very like laid back, it's chill, and it's really nice and cute, and I like this album. It's very like morning hours album. I like it. Very acoustic-y. Nothing much to say about this. I think that this album does its job really well. You are my one, yes, you're my one. This album is phenomenal. Oh my goodness. Track for track is just all killer, no filler, just cute, wholesome bops. I think Lucy is like the epitome of like wholesomeness, because they always sound like spring wherever they go. Like, I don't know why, but like whenever I see Lucy, I think of spring first. They remind me of spring a lot because of the violin, I think. But I mean, like, they just remind me of spring. They're just so wholesome. I love them. I Got You almost made me cry because it's just so happy but sad at the same time. It's so like nostalgic but also so heartwarming at the same time. It's just amazing overall, and I really like the B-sides as well, especially like One by One with its like like new wave energy to it. This entire album also has like kind of like really like new wave kind of disco-y energy to it, which I also really like. And yeah, I think that I have more to say about this album in the big chunk of voiceover. So that's all I have to say for Lucy. Stan Lucy, you guys. This album was just flippin' fantastic. I love the energy this album provides. It's just so heartwarming, so sentimental, and just full of groove at the same time. I like it. Like I said in my spring albums video, this album sounds like the greenest album I've heard, in the sense that this album is just so like down to earth and so wholesome in a way. This album is a mixture of like several different music genres, including soft rock, some rock ballads, some pop rock, especially pop rock. They really do those well. And just a blend of all that in this album is really what makes this album work a lot. I really like the pop rock, sentimental pop rock they did in this album, especially songs like Blue Scene and Undo. I really like those songs as well. And of course, Moonshot, the ultimate pop rock song. I really like that song so much. Moonshot is just so amazing. It's wholesome, it's cute. I think this album feels so green in the aspect that you can actually listen to this and get reminded of like fields and trees, and it just makes you want to run out in the fields, and it just makes you want to hang out in the nature again, you know. Can we all just go out right now when this dang pandemic ends so that we can blast this album in full volume? Thank you. I got this on my way. And finally, we have perhaps it's my favorite album of the month, along with Brave Girls' Summer Queen, and that is Alter Ego Planet 9 by onewe. I can't really do this album justice. I'm gonna link a review of this album in the description down below by B1 Beat, who did a fantastic review of this album. I think that they did a magnificent job reviewing the album, more than I can even do, because the video really touches upon like several different like inside jokes from the fandoms that really led to this album, and also like, you know, the elements, the concepts, the visuals, and the sound and stuff like that. All I want to say for this album, I think I talked about the sound a little bit more in my big chunk of voiceover, but I think mostly I just rambled a shit ton. But I really like the like grungy rock energy in this. I really like how onewe embraces the whole like sentimental like grungy pop rock music that is really like just full of gravel and hardness to it. It's really just hardcore. It really goes off a lot. It also helps that they are some of the most charismatic people I've ever seen in a band, like especially like Youngwon, the frontman, especially like, you know, Dongmyeong, like, and every single member of the group, especially fucking Harin, the drummer. Like, have you seen him? Like, he just stares at you in the eye while he drums like he's about to eat you up. Like, when's the last time I see a drummer this charismatic, okay? But yeah, I really like the energy this album is. I really like the blend of like pop rock and like grunge rock, and like also like kind of like really like, you know, slow rock as well, like blues rock and AI, as well as Veronica, which is just full on bubblegum pop rock. It's just so happy and full of life. I really smiled so hard watching Veronica. I really love that song so much. And Aurora, which is my absolute favorite song on the album, is just full of life and energy, especially when the chorus comes, when Youngwon just like, I wouldn't attempt to sing this because I'm gonna get my throat fried up, but when the chorus hits with Youngwon's voice just bashing through your ears, is just so powerful and makes me want to fly. It makes me happy. It makes me alive. And it keeps me alive in this, like, you know, this time that I'm feeling really shitty, you know. Every time I listen to Aurora, I feel really alive, you know. This album really helps me get me through this really dark, like, sick period of, not dark, but I mean, like, kind of shitty, sick period that I'm having. I'm still recovering very well. Hopefully, you know, I hope I recover, but I mean, like, currently, if in this state, especially with work piling down on me, it's very hard for me to take care of myself, but I'm trying my best, you guys. I'm really trying my best to take care of myself, and yeah, just trying my best, you guys. Trying my best to get through life, and this album really helped me get through life currently. I really love this album. Probably also one of my top favorite albums of the year. Is just magnificent. Wonderful job, onewe. Just stand them, guys. I tell you guys, please stand them. For serious. And yeah, that's all I have to say for this video as well. So yeah, stand the bands. I hope you want to check out some K bands after this video if you guys are interested in getting into Korean bands. If you guys want to get into them, I say go for it, you know. Just pick and choose from this video and just go off and listen to them, you know, and enjoy them, you know. Yeah, I have not much to add from this other than, you know, I don't know if I will ever upload for the rest of the month, just so that I will try and recover properly. Hopefully I will be able to put out some content this month, but yeah, no promises there. I'll probably also just take a rest for this month because yeah, especially with work, and you know, I'm gonna take care of myself a bit, especially with my physical health and mental health. So I'm trying to take care of that first before I get back on track again with my videos. I really can't do jack shit right now if I'm not in the right state. So yeah, I'll probably just take a rest for now. If you guys see a video pop up halfway through, it is probably because I'm bored and I want to make myself happy, just like the one-on-one bridges video that I made. the other day. Yeah, I really want to make myself happy. So that's why I made that video out of a whim, you know. If you ever saw a video, like a meme compilation video, you guys probably understand why. But yeah. I hope to see you guys soon. In the meantime, I hope you guys take care of yourselves, please. Just do take care of yourselves. Drink some water. Take care of yourselves. Don't overwork yourselves, please. I really hope that you guys are in a good condition. I hope to see you guys again when I'm feeling better. And also my mindset is in a healthy place, and my mindset is also in the right place. Hopefully, I'll see you then. But until then, stay safe, take care, and as always, be excellent to each other. Bye, loves!